Good morning, Hoffman's Heroes. I'm sorry that I cannot be with you today um, due to being out for the doctor's appointment, but I wanted to go ahead and do a lesson this morning about on math and continuing with place value and talking a little bit more about what we mean when we say the value of a number in place value. And I was thinking that going through this and doing a video recording and having you watch the lesson may be a little bit helpful when it comes to trying to get your assignment done today. So please make sure you watch this video all the way through. It's going to be very helpful when it comes to addressing the work you're going to be doing on Canvas today. So I'm going to go ahead and read this for you. You can read it along with me if you want to whisper read it, or you can just listen to me read it. But I still think even though on video, it's important for you to hear it because it's something that we need to be doing and talking about every day to stay good mathematicians. So it says, I can do hard things. I learn from my mistakes. I show my work in different ways. I believe in the strength of my brain. I am a mathematician. I listen to others and share my thinking. I persevere even when it's tough. I pay attention to details and I search for patterns. We are mathematicians. We think, we struggle, we persevere, we model, we collaborate. Today's goal in your lesson is that you're going to understand how digits in a larger number have a value based on what place they are located within the number. So let's talk about that a little bit more. What does it mean to have a value based on their place? Value is what the number is actually worth based on its place in a multi-digit number. So yesterday we talked about like what place a number's in. For example, the ones place right here is 7, meaning that this 7 right here in the number is in the ones place. You can remember what place is the 4 in. If you are thinking that 4 is in the tens place, give yourself a pat on the back. The 4 is in the tens place. And then that 3 is in the hundreds place. So you have the number 347, where you have 3 hundreds, 4 tens, and 7 ones. So we're going to talk a little bit more today about what does it mean if I have 3 in the hundreds place, right? What does it mean if I have 4 in the tens place? And I want to remind you too, the vocabulary of a digit. Each of these 3, 4, and 7 are a digit in a whole number. 347 is the number, and the digits are 7, 4, and 3, meaning that you can have a place with a digit that goes from 0 to 9. Remember, if it's more than 9, it's not a digit, it's a larger number. A digit is one singular number in a place. We call this number, if you guys can remember, written in standard form. If I told you, write the number 347, you would say, probably write it like this, which is called standard form, meaning just the way it's normally written. Standard means the basic way or the normal way. So let's talk about what value means in a multi-digit number. So Monday we talked about place and why the place of a digit is important. That's because the place determines the value, right? The value is what something is worth. We talked about it on Monday a little bit with the value of money. I could have 5 bills in my wallet, but they all have a different value based on the number on the bill. Same thing goes with place value in a larger whole number. So here we have a 4-digit number. See if you can say this number out loud to yourself, and then I'll say it. It's 1,345, right? So the 5 is in the ones place, meaning that the value of that 5 is simply 5 ones or 5. If I have 5 ones, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. That 4 is in a different place. The 4 is in the tens place, which means I have 4 tens. So if I count by 10 4 times, the value is not just 4, it's 10, 20, 30, 40. So the value of that 4 in the tens place is 40. The 3 is in the hundreds place. There are 3 hundreds. If I count by 100 3 times, I have 100, 200, 300. So I have 300. 1,000. If I have a 1 in the thousands place, that means I have 1,000 and it's worth 1,000. So when I put those numbers together, I have 1,345, just how it's written out over here, 1,345. So let's talk about the value of each of these digits. I'm going to give you a second to think about it, and I'm going to type it out based on what you say. That 7's in the 1 place. What do you think it's worth? If you think the value is 7, whoops. If you think the value is 7, that's correct because the 7's in the 1 place and 7 ones is worth 7. What about the 3? What place is that in and was it worth? If you're thinking to yourself the 3 is worth 30 because it's in the tens place, that would be correct. It's in the tens place. 3 tens is worth 30, 10, 20, 30. You have a 2 in the hundreds place. So what would be the value of that 2? Your answer should be 200. And then you have a 4 in the thousands place. What's that worth? The value of that 4, it would be 4,000. So you have 4,237. You'll also see a lot of problems where they ask you to find the value of an underlined digit. So you have to look at that digit, determine what place it's in, and then you have to say the value based on the place. So if I'm looking at these, we're going to look at the value. I would always, to figure out the place, start counting. Uh-oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Sorry. Start counting in the ones place, right? So I'd start here and say 1 tens. This 5 is that's underlined is in the tens place, and 5 tens has a value of 50. Down here, ones, tens. This 2 underline is in the tens place. It has a value of 20 because it's 2 tens. Down here, ones place, it's right there underlined. 9 ones, the value of 9 ones is 9. If I have 9 $1 bills, it's $9. Over here, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. That 2 is in the thousands place. So if I have 2 thousands or 2 in the thousands place, my value of that 2, that digit is 2,000. Ones, tens. I have a 7 in the tens place. That 7 tens is worth 70. And then over here, ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. The 6 underline is in the thousands place. So the value is going to be 6,000. Again, I would always just start counting at the ones place because you might have a larger number. Let's say, for example, I had, oh, that's too big of a font. Let me change that really fast. Let's say I had this number. Let's say I had the number 315,231, right? And the underlined digit was this 1 right here, right? And so I would start in the ones place, just like I just did, right? And it's gonna help a little bit. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. This one is in the 10,000s place, and there's 1 of them. So if I was counting my 10,000s, I would have 10,000 would be the value, right? So I would just always count in the ones place to be sure, especially in the larger numbers. I would start here and I would go this way just to make sure I'm getting the right place when I'm trying to figure out the value of that number. So quick vocab recap. Digit is a single number that gives a larger number its value. For example, 1,331 is a 4-digit number. Each one of these digits in the number has a separate value based on its place. Place is the place the digit holds on a larger number. If this is in the thousands place, the value of that is going to be thousands. If this is the hundreds place, the value of that is going to be hundreds. And then the value is what a number is actually worth based on its place. I have less ones than the 3 in the tens place, but 1 has a smaller value than 3 tens because this is 30, this represents 30, and this represents 1 1. All right. So make sure you're paying close attention. If you have made it to the end of the video, congratulations. Before I give you your assignment, I will tell you that if you turn in your assignment and you tell me as part of your assignment, at the bottom, say, Mr. Hoffman's favorite color is blue. If you get to the bottom, finish the assignment, and type that, I will give you 2 bonus points. That means you watched the whole video, you waited, and you heard my directions. My favorite color is blue. Type that at the bottom of your math assignment, and I will give you 2 extra points. All right. You have a place value assignment on Canvas. It's posted right next to where you got to the video link. And then Dreambox is going to be your second thing to do. So after you finish your Canvas assignment, you need to work on Dreambox. Just because I'm not here doesn't mean we shouldn't be getting those lessons and units met in Dreambox and Lexia. So I'm going to keep a sharp eye out for that. So please make sure you watch the whole video, you got to this point, and you get on, you complete that assignment on Canvas, and then you get on Dreambox. Thanks, guys. I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to seeing everybody again tomorrow.